All right, we are back again. October 5th. It is Monday. In the stock market we go. Right now it is 3:32. The market will be closed in about a half hour. Let's take a look at some of the gainers today. It was a really strong market overall. WWR. This stock has been incredible. Look at the daily chart here. This has been down 2018, 2019. There's a reverse split right here in May 2019. And then this has been going down. It's had a few blips. It had this move back in October 2019. Then in June, another one didn't hold. It has these spikes. It doesn't really hold. And the volume's been, about 1 million to, almost like 10 million. And then the first real sign was on September 28th. This put in 81 million in volume. So you knew something was up there. Like, why is this happening? And then you had another move, filled candle, came back a little bit, open candle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 days this is on a tear. And today was, the move of all moves, 183 million right now. The high on this was at 920. Resistance here, you're looking at maybe 10 here. And what was the news on this? See, what is their news here? 8 a.m. West Water Resources applauds the president's executive order to ensure secure and reliable supply of critical minerals. So what is that? Applaud, is that news there? A massive volume on company praises President Trump's executive order. So it's sort of like ridiculous news there, but it doesn't matter. So when you have a chart like this too, a lot of these times, even like this will spike, just come back and nothing, but they will put in multiple days, maybe even a week. And look at this, say this down, little move, but it kept going, never really went down, never went down. Today on the 5-minute, you're looking at here, pretty much a channel from pre-market, like 482 to like 408, back and forth, back and forth. I don't really care about before 7 a.m. If I make any trades, it'll be after 7 a.m. I use E-Trade. They don't even open until 7 anyway. But it's kind of early anyway. You got to be careful pre-market. So 8 a.m., this is moving all the way to 5. As soon as this gets over a 452, and then you have your moving averages right here, and then it just spikes up hard to like 738 plus, then comes back down, 550. Up, back and forth. So this is a great long, you can see here. Really, and you get to the 10-minute, don't be afraid to use the later time frames. On this to this is a pure shooting star that came all the way back, a reverse hammer. Then look where we came back to, 550, and right here, 523, the 13 and 20 EMA, and then 550 we took off again, and right now, we're still going, market's open, 850. This is a great long. If you catch this, that's why I don't use the 1-2 minute, unless you're scalping. If you're a scalper, definitely use it. So this goes up, comes back. You can see here, this is definite triangle here. 550 right here. And you can play 2 ways. You can play it this way, just draw your line, sideways here. So you have previous high of the day right here. This is high of the day. You come back, you have support here, and then we're going to try to climb and break that. That is a typical pattern. And then you can do it here too. Just draw a triangle. It comes over, it goes over. So, and it takes off. So this is a great long. This has float about 7 million, 7.5 million. This is great for penny stocks too, to see this move. So this is a clean move. You either plan a pre-market, take a shot pre-market. You just got to be careful with your size or however you're trading it. And then, you're watching it throughout the day. I would say don't look for more than over 3 stocks in a day. Like if you're trading, I mean, if you're real experienced, you can look as many as you want. This is to most people. I would say just pick 3 stocks. You know, if they don't move at all, nothing, move on. But you should be able to get in the top. You know, this list here is top 25. Maybe in the top 5, you should be able to get 3 picks, or even from if you have night before your watch list or however you're doing it. So, you know, this is a great long chart. This is a classic long chart. This is what you want, unless it just goes straight up. But look at this, dip, dip, and it keeps going. Great long. Well, and I would call fluff news. Here's GRNQ. This had news too. Green Pro intends to incubate a satellite communication venture. This was 8:30 a.m. And you know, as soon as they heard that 8:35, there's your big candle. And this volume had how much? 100,000 on this 5 minutes. So 5 minute, and you're playing line to line in this. These are nice quarter lines, 125, 150. Very easy to read. Now on these, it's very much up to you. Like when you have one big candle, it's hard to know, is this just going to go back down? It's a risk. But if it's news in a market, in the morning market, and this is starting to move, it's a small cap, you know, it's just not going to dump after one candle. I would highly doubt it. I've back tested this. So there's your line. Here's another line, and then this shoots up. So you're playing now, if you're playing this and this is how this pattern is, you're just playing pre-market. And then it starts to fade, you know, get out. This isn't a long-term move. Once you start to see the fade here, you have a good gain here, just take it. See on WWR, this was different. This was sort of here. It didn't straight up rocket. It's not momentum. This is pure momentum. And then it faded down. Then it was a short. This is a typical move down here. The low, the high right here. The high gets lower, lower, lower. It starts to fade. MYOK is probably news. That was a straight up move. EIDX, you had here 68, 69, all the way to 74 plus. Now this one's a little bit tougher because right here is not bad. This put in this big tail down to 68. So it could have shaken out a lot of longs. That's the only thing with some of these tails. So if you're playing line to line, you can play the bottom line. On this though, it went to 68.02. Remember, keep it within 5 cents. If these lines are 68, 69, play 68.05, 69.05, play that 5 cents because they're doing that, the algos, whatever it is. I don't know if they shake people out. I'm not sure how that works exactly, but so this was a good long. ENLV, this is your sliding board play, straight up move. And then you have a triangle here, descending triangle, and it can be bullish or bearish. And then here's the bearish move, broke down, tried to get above, tried each time, and this is a fade. The classic move. When you have your move straight up, it's like a big flagpole, and then the flag fades, you get caught. So you've seen that pattern before too. Here's PLL. This had to move a few days ago, last week, and it's like hovering back and forth, and today showing pretty much great strength. This is another great long chart. Not much pre-market. Right here is 382,000. Right at the open. And then you have a cross. Cross is a change of direction. There's a quick change. Back down. Look where we held. Pretty much, 27.57. This 28 line. Another one. Draw your line right here. And you have high day break. And what do you have? Over to the right, 29 break. Ascending triangle. So this breaks 28 up. Comes back. And here's another triangle. Over, really 32, 32.25, and takes off again. So this is a tremendous long, you go out to 10 minute. I like the 10 minute a lot too now. 1, 2, I'm not a scalper. I don't really like that. The 3 is not bad if you're in between scalping and you want to get a good entry sometimes. The 5 and 10 are very solid if you're on a longer term trade. So this moves up, back and forth, 28. You can see here, rate of 32, then moves up again. So if you got in here 28, said to 300 shares, 28. I rode this pretty much, 28 times 9. It would have been 2,700. That's a solid day. 20, excuse me, 2,700. You see the 10 here, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's very smooth. That is another great chart to learn from. And see, this is different than GRNQ. GRNQ is just a pure momentum straight up play. These are dips. These are dips. This is a long all day. You want this out of small caps or any stock, because you want the stock to go up throughout the day, and you can take profits when you want or scale out. All right, CBAT. Look at the volume here. This is another one. It's holding up strong. CBAT energy. So this got the 325. Got to 350, 375, 475, and came back down. So another one pretty much all long. As soon as your 13 starts to separate here, there's no sell. Till down here pretty much. HGEN. This is very fast move to 16 and chopped around. These are moves you don't want. These are pure just spikes and then fade. There's no even volume on these. 9,000, nothing. Stay away from plays like that. IRTL. A lot of these moves just come on. See it? Not volume, then volume just explodes, and this puts in a big move up here and then starts to fade. And play it. Whatever the move is, just play it. Like GRNQ, if it's a straight up move, just play that move. That's it. This moves here to here, and you start seeing go down. I mean, take the profit there. That's a good run. CEI Energy. I talked about this too. This is a falling wedge. You have support at 46. This is a penny play. You got to be careful. Move up, came back, move up. They want to push this higher. Look at the days up. This is pure manipulation. The white candles, my up green days, red are the down. See this? And then you have $1 here, $1 roll. Looks very possible. I would just keep that in mind there. See up, back down, up. This is another great long. This is penny play, so you're not getting much move here, like 20 cents. CRVS. Sliding board play again, up. A lot of noise here, pre-market, and it just fades. SPI Energy. Here's the big move up. This is 45 plus, then fades, then fades. Look at the volume, drops way down. Now you're tugging this 5, this 20 EMA. They're trying to bounce it here. We might go up even further. Maybe this goes even 10, 15. If they really want to push it, we'll, watch that. CYTK. Big candle came back down here. 27, 29, it's near 30. Not a bad long. AXGT over 475 to 559. That's another solid long there. Pretty much held this 525 line. LTHM. This is tougher, went up. Came back to 1050, then to 1125. AMWL. This stuff. Amwell. This is a new IPO. Draw your line here. This came back all the way to here. There's not much of moving averages yet on this. There's nothing to go on. And this chart's another good long chart. This is the wavy dip buying long chart. Move up. 29. Move up. There's your next high. 30. Move up. 31. There's nothing to really shake you out here if you know charts. These are all ascending triangles right here. However you want to play it again, there's your high day line. Comes back. Another high day line comes back. When you have this right here, see this? You have high day break here over 30, like 30.57. And look where your support is. The EMA's here, the 13. So let me see this one. 29 times Just trying to get a read here. 29 times, what's this, 600? Going 600 here, 29. Probably would have sold after this run here. 29 times 4. Yeah, it would have been 2,400. Would have been really solid. Because in all these moves, if you get in low, like when I see this, I'm not going to sell. Because I know I have 1320 support. At least I'm giving it to that in a higher time frame. And on that. And you know, after this to this, then you're selling. It's at the end of the run anyway, pretty much. Or it could be. Even on the 10-minute here, there's no sell. There's no sell in the 10-minute. Boyle, ProShares, Ultra Bloomberg, natural gas. Yeah, this is a solid move over 35. Really sharp move to 39. Then start to fade a little bit. EXPI straight up 45 to 52, sort of like double topped. That's another good long. SPWR 14 to 16 almost. That's a $2 gain there. You see your lines here. So there's a lot of good longs today. A lot of good longs. Here's NAC. So NAC had the drop. I believe they said, I think they have a mine or something up there in Alaska, and they didn't approve it, or it didn't look like it was getting approved. This came all the way back hard. Now it's at that $1. Then it broke above 1. You have a gap here to 150. You know, this, they might want to push this into this 150 gap. Today was a really nice move. This moves in weird lines. See this? These candles are like 2-cent lines. Very strange. Biotech bulls is very strong. You know, 55.50. Just got to it's 59.50 right now. It's like over $5 move. CEMI, Chemical Diagnostics. You know, 490 to 560. Strong line up. MRNS. You said the big move in September, then came back to your EMAs. Now coming back up. 1225 all the way to 1375. Another Lotus, great run. That's why people use the 1-2 minute, they're scalping. You're getting out way too fast, like 20, 30 cents. And I've done that before. You gotta use the higher time frames. You gotta do it. KNDI. Here was the big move in August. Look at this candle, all the way back down. And they faded again to, and look where that line goes, 515 matches that too. Pretty amazing. And it's coming back up now. 630 all the way to 710. It's a really nice long there. Long. PEIX, Pacific Ethanol. And look at the daily chart here. Look at August all the way up. Came back. Tried to go through these moving averages. It's a fake. You can't go through if you don't have a curve or a severe bend. That was a fake out. And then it kept going. So this thing has been on a run 1 to 8 now. Jesus. And you can see the dip buys along the way. SLDB, you know, once this broke out, it's back and forth. Not as big as volume as the other day, but they're pushing this, they're holding this up, but very choppy. Yeah, this chart is total mess. You don't want to trade this. I mean, if you can read this, it's just way up and down. You're moving from like 40 cents and like back and forth moves here. It's way too choppy and messy. NLS. This is another one. Look at this run here, NLS. Nautilus. In April, this was like below 3. It's at 19. Unbelievable. So 1775, 18, yeah, your dip buy, sideways. And then, yeah, this went to 1975. Strong, strong move. Again, the IPO back in May. Yeah, it's made some good moves. Today was a really good volume, 5 million in volume. EPGN, not that great. APHA, it looks like a head, shoulder, shoulder, but it's coming back up here. And today was really good volume. You have 9.4 million. Big candle up in the 5-minute. Now, where's your line here? You're not going to play here. You're playing right at 465. I mean, with this, you could try a line here. It didn't work. And then this was a great long. Going down a little bit further, Boxel. You know, Boxel's been pretty impressive, even though this is a garbage stock, but they broke out all the way up here. Then you had a falling wedge. This really held. It didn't go back down. And look, we're coming back up above 2. This can stay above 2. It has good potential long. Pola as a former mover. IMGN, this is another one. See this sharp moving straight down. Oh, there it is, home. I talked about home on the falling wedge. This is a really sideways wedge too. Look at this, here, here. And I said, as soon as this came out, oversold, look at this, right here. And they pushed it up. As high as 17.95 on the falling wedge. 14 to 18 move. Now on this too, when you have a move up, see this, they came back down, move up. The trend is up. It's not like this. Every move here has been down. So you can play this, then up, but watch for the down, up, watch for the down until we break out. So yeah, you have the falling wedge here. Home has been very strong, 16 to 18. And you can see right here when oversold. Then we're gonna break. We broke through this wedge and came out. Yeah, this is a really strong long. I've been liking these falling wedges. They're one of my favorite patterns now. To the long side. That's just, it seems like the charts that they're doing. That's what kind of market we're in. Then we moved up here, came back, and then we really took off. I think that was in my other videos or stock twits. You can check it out. Here's Tex, straight up move, NK. Nat K West. Now this was a falling wedge too, more like a channel, and then we broke up, but we held support. Right here, we're holding support. If you draw your line right here, see this? Pretty much held. The low is getting higher, higher until we broke back up. So that's promising to see on the long side. So this is way down the list. There's so many stocks today. Amrin. Amrin is a inverse head and shoulder. So here, shoulder. I mean, this is classic. Anyone can see this that knows anything about stocks. Across, change of direction, then we get back up, and there we go. All right, so, you know, market's about to close in about 4 minutes. Today's top gainers, a lot of higher price stocks, like 30, 20, 60, 28, 34, 70, some 8s, 10s, 5s. So higher price stocks really rolled today. And there were some great moves. Top 20, there was tons of longs if you long trade. So very impressive. All right, here's a SPY, and the news today, you know, Trump is released. He's older, not in great shape. And, you know, he got out the coronavirus. So what's this say now? Yeah, the coronavirus is, you know, all over the place. They still have things closed, but he's older and survived, and he's going back to work next Monday, I guess. So, you know, why is everything still closed? It doesn't make sense. You know, I mean, you want to open things up, still have precautions, do everything you can. I understand that, but everything should be open at this point to some degree. People, you know, most of these people shouldn't be out of work. It's something going on here. It seems like a conspiracy now. All these governors, these people that run the states, it's a total scam now. People are losing everything. There's depression, suicide. There is, you know, financial ruin. I heard 50% of restaurants are going to close. Like, why are things still closed to this extent? I don't get it. This is America. Just like the stock market, everything's manipulated. It's just, it's terrible now. Like, I love America, but you know, people are getting screwed over again, like the financial crash. It doesn't make sense. All right, so here's the move, my little rant. Okay, the big news, Trump getting out. We're above that 50-day now. You know, the last move here, so what are we looking at here? Looking at that 341 level. So if we can get above that, unless we do that and kind of bounce back down again, so that's a key level. Very bullish. Yes, stochastic's moving up. MACD's promising there. The widers, RSI looking good. The weekly, make that little loop here. We touched the 9 EMA, going back up. And you can see right here, that 50 level. Remember I said that 50 level is extremely important? And we're trying to go back up. Here's the 4 hour. You know, we're broke above all the moving averages at this point. So unless we get some weird news, you know, it's looking more bullish again. NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same thing. We're getting above that previous candles right here. So this is looking bullish. You know, oversold at this point, or overbought, excuse me. You can see here the weekly, we're above everything. The 4 hour, just above. Or actually, we need to get just a little bit above, and then we'll be at that previous move there. So, you know, looks good. DJI, move up. Very strong. You can see a histogram, Elliott wave, everything's moving up here. The weekly, there's your moving averages. The 4 hour, got to get above here, I would say, on 28,221 on the 4 hour. So, but everything's more bullish today. Today was extremely good news where Trump, you know, is out of the hospital, and that really pushed the market. You still have stimulus news. If we get stimulus, that's going to boost the market. You know, we're still in this overall move here, this broadening wedge. The only thing I see here, at least in this was the high. Got a little bit lower. We didn't get there. Are we going to go, you know, up here again and fall back? It's going to be a double top. Maybe. We'll see on that. Yeah, the only thing that was weird today, the VIX didn't go down. The VIX is at 2805. VIX is actually plus today on a 450 move Dow Jones move. You're still stuck in this 50 to 200, back and forth, back and forth. So we're playing games now, I would say, between 25 to 29. So there's the VIX. UVXY. This is weird. This doesn't follow the VIX, but I thought it usually did to some extent with the volatility, but this was going down today. So, man, this is can't get over this 50-day at this point. Other big moves, UDAO making a move from this bottom here, going up. SPXL, it's getting above the 50-day. That's looking bullish. TQQQ. And it says to get above right here. That was that gap up. So above the 50-day and that, it's looking strong. TNA, get to 200-day above. There's FAS. There's your 50-day. This one's a little bit lagging behind, so but it's still a bullish move. Soxel. I remember I wrote on this one too. This was at 210 and 261 here. This is a big move, big bullish move. LABU, back and forth, sideways move. There's Nougat. You know, this is the 150 sliding down the 200s. This is back and forth move on that. Defend. Yeah, this hasn't moved. This thing never moves except that one move. But what I'm saying, I always look at this because this was at 75, went down here. This is still a great buy way down here. This follows Boeing a lot. You see Boeing made this dip right down there, oversold, and bounced today. Very strong. So, it's another little run here. We've been on this run for some time now. Din, you can see going back up here. There's nail. Nail back and forth, got above, and there's a cross. Let me get my clean chart here. Nails, home builders been a huge run. All right, so the market is over today. Dow Jones plus 465, S&P plus 60, 66, NASDAQ plus 257, small caps 35.23. The VIX was up 28.14. Commodities, gold 19.17, silver 24.49. Crude 39.36, 6.23%. So I go back to the SPY. This is without the moving average. You can see the move here. Then we had this tight rising wedge. Then we came out of it, falling wedge. Now we're out of the falling wedge. Falling wedge is supposed to do this pretty much here. And it'll come back, and then come back here, and then that's how it's shown in the pictures. Nothing's exact. So here to here, then pull back, but pull back a little bit. Where do we go now? So, we're getting a little bit extended. We're almost at the 80 again. We're stochastics. That was a big dip here. This appears to be a great dip buy. We still got to get over 341 level right here, 341. So even on these wicks, you can see this right here. Or 342, we touched it how many times? Like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And this could be a key level here. We might come back again. We'll see. It's looking very bullish at this point, though. You never know, though. You get news, bad news, something happens, we gap down again. But right now, looks like, if we keep going, we're going to challenge this again. I think we'll double top. We'll come back up, come here, and then probably come back down again. So we'll see. So great plays today to the long side, pre-market to throughout the day. They're very good longs. And, we had movers to 83%, 60, 50, solid gains. A lot of moves down the list were strong too, like over 20%. So that's what you want to see. Oh, look at some swings. There's top oversold like this here. Trend is up. That's looking very good. CPRI. Look at this move up. Nice move. This was a reverse falling wedge. Like it got wide. Strange. And this was a nice move up. These are like bigger floats. So that was pretty good. NKTR. Another one here. This is in a channel now. Here, touched and bounced. Here, very oversold here. This is a really strong move here. This could come up maybe to 19 on this falling wedge. I can draw this a little bit closer. Let me look here. What else we got? CODX, here's the falling wedge, move up, back down. Yeah, this wants to come back up, it looks like. DVAX, trying to come back up. BMRN. And this came out of this triangle, I would say 80 to 86. GMIA. Yeah, this hasn't done nothing. There's a wedge here. It's trying to come up, but not like big volume starting to move. It's very slow. Slow mover. ODT, there's another falling wedge. This is coming out nicely. 15, yeah, made a move here on stochastic. So, this does have room all the way up to 24. I don't know if we'll get there right away. It might take some stops. Smith & Wesson, we call this. Here's your falling wedge. Back and forth, back and forth. 1469 to 1745 right now. And stochastics can move however they want. Like this could move here to here, and it might not be a big move. This isn't a large move. Depends on the stock. Like, we went from below, we were at 3 on stochastics. Now we're at 75, but it didn't move that much. It's just how some of these stocks are. Now, this could keep going here. It's been a bullish move the last 3 days. So this is another good call. There's FE. Let this channel back and forth. This is eventually going to break. I wouldn't see why this wouldn't break here now. Here's lumber liquidators. Not great volume, but you had to move down, move up, move down, moving back up now. It's trying to get above. Like this 2350 level, and then this could shoot up here. OPK has been on fire. Look at this move. From 3 to 415. This doesn't move in chunks. Look at this. I thought it would stop at 4. Very bullish. Yeah, this is not a big mover. This moves in like 5 cent moves on the chart here. That's another strong move. Here's MO. This is another oversold play. Let me look at some moves here. Let me get down the list. All right, these are plays ahead. Is oversold plays to watch. Look at PRTY. This is at a 13. Very oversold. Try to come up today. Not much movement there. Keep an eye on that. USFD, still oversold. Made a move up, but came sharply back. But still not a bad chart. RL, Ralph Lauren, oversold. Look at this at 21. Wedge coming out exactly like you want to see it. Still plenty of room to go on this. IMO, this is oil. Yeah, oil's been crushed. Oil, it's almost like a reverse head and shoulders, coming all the way down and come all the way back down. It's going to break back up, you think? Tight wedge. I wouldn't want to hold short here. Like, how far is oil going to go at this point? Very oversold. Although, this has come all the way down. And a March low, and this was below 8. So you still got to be careful. GRPN. Groupon, here's a wedge. Oversold. Trying to come up here. This is great potential. Wow, look at that candle there. I thought that was a misprint, but that really happened, it looks like. AQSD, still this gap here. There's potential to the long side. PVH. There's another one, falling wedge. Big candle on Friday. And look at this, coming back up. Oversold right here. You gotta like this to the long side. Every time it's been oversold. Look at this here, here. IXC. This is energy trying to come back up. DOYU. Now this came disappointing in this move because the market was strong. This came all the way up and shot down. You can see this right here, and they shot it way down. Wasn't a good move there. That's why nothing works right away too. You know, this didn't make the move right away. Didn't make the move. BTU, you know, there's a falling wedge. This one's trying to come out with nothing. Philip Morris, I like this a lot. Here's your wedge, two big candles here. This is still not even over 20. It's at 15 stochastics. This is very good potential. COG coming out too. This had a move earlier in September, moved all the way up, came back down, and we're moving up. Yeah, I like this probably to 18 plus. Well, it hasn't even moved, so this is good long potential there. All these oil stocks have great long potential. I mean, they've been crushed. Look at this. You know, this went from 13 all the way to 8. It's coming back up now. Yeah, oil's been in a range of about 35 to 45, so we're in the lower end of the range, I would say. PBF, still in that wedge. APA, trying to come out of it. Here's Hale, Halliburton. See this tight. More what's the channel? It's a wedge. It's still very oversold here. Nice long potential here. Anyone with oil, you know, right here, just for at least a trade. This looks like solid to the long side roll. Bank of Canada trying to come up. Here's PAR. PAR is a gap. AXL, this is another classic move here. Here's your drop. You know, this came out, it's right here, there's this candle, and we come back up. Here's HOG. This is impressive, Harley Davidson. This is a classic falling wedge. This is how you learn. Right here, we came out of it. Okay, see what it does. Didn't move much, came down a little bit, and watch the next day, see what it does, 24. And see to the long side, when you count these wedges, unless it does something like this and comes back and falls below the wedge, yeah, these are great longs. So this did it again today. Very impressive. Yeah, you have a trend line coming down, maybe 28 plus on this. MO, it's another one. Here's your trend line coming back up. Alcoa trying to slide up. A lot of oil stocks. This one's trying to come up too. Schlumberger. Macy's trying to come up here too. Yeah, some of these don't move in big chunks. See, this is only like $1 from here to here, but this is still very oversold here. What did CTB do? God, Cooper Tire. This doesn't get great volume. What is 337? But look at this move. 29 to 35. Another wedge. And then OX. Big cross here. They took this right to 45 exactly. So pure manipulation. And it still has room to run, but it's a cross. Sort of be careful. Rocket Mortgage. Should they move again? Didn't move much today. Stochastics are still moving up. Getting near overbought, so you know, watch on that. All right, so that's it for that long video. I went over some swing trades, what they're doing. Impressive day in the market. Impressive day for a lot of these swing trades too. So, yeah, the falling wedge pattern is one of my, I think it's the pattern that's working. You see a lot of patterns, a symmetrical triangle, ascending. Yeah, descending triangle works a lot. Cup and handle. You don't see that much. Inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, your pennants and bull flags, you see that in the intraday too. You know, double bottoms, triple bottoms, you see them, but the wedges have been big, so they're really working well. All right, that's it. Please subscribe and like the channel. We will be back for more tomorrow. Peace.